I am at NASW and I'm a program coordinator.
I do a lot of other things in our community, working mostly with kids, a lot with teenagers.
I am a mental health therapist at LISW.
I work with all age groups from babies. I think the oldest client I've had is in their 80s.
I'm a licensed independent social worker, a registered play therapist, and I practice outpatient therapy.
I have a lot of experience in clinical practice as well as macro practice.
I am a clinical social worker and I work at a private practice.
I am a medical social worker, so I actually get to serve the emergency department.
I'm an LMSW and I'm an outpatient clinical therapist.
I became a social worker because I don't believe in judgment and shame. I believe in encouragement and support.
It's such an honor for people to come to my office and talk to me about their deepest and darkest fears and secrets and concerns, and just knowing that I know things that the people they love the most don't know. I mean, I just think it's an honor and a privilege to be able to do it.
I became a social worker because it allowed me to live my life in a way that I could be who I am and help people.
It's a thing that brings you almost full circle. It kind of brought me full circle. It was one of those things that I could have used adult me as a kid.
I wanted to understand better why things had happened the way they had, or why people acted the way they did.
I always knew I wanted to make a difference in the world. I loved working with people, children, and families, and I had an amazing mentor who encouraged me to go back to school and get my master's in social work.
I decided to be a social worker when I went through several experiences myself that had quite a bit of pain with them, and I realized that I could be alongside someone else when they were going through their pain, and they didn't have to do it alone.
I get to be a part of some of people's most vulnerable moments and empower them to use their voice and share their needs so that they can feel some sense of control in a situation where they may have very little.
The best and most rewarding part of my career is going in to meet with somebody who's experienced a lot of judgment or stigma in their life and just starting with a new slate.
Seeing kids that were maybe hopeless, helpless, voiceless, come into their own, grow into their own, be a person that could advocate for themselves, advocate for other people. It's rewarding to see that come to fruition, and it's rewarding to have the kid see that.
Getting to see people really become aware of themselves, learn to love themselves, overcome obstacles, and take pride in who they are.
But I love hearing people's stories. The fact that people are willing to allow a stranger into their lives at some of their most difficult times.
I wonder what their family dynamic is. I wonder what they value. I wonder what their goals are. I think that excitement in meeting new people never gets old.
Not only do we get to work alongside every type of human being, but we get to go along with them on their journey, and we get to help bear witness to it in addition to being an advocate for them.
I get to watch healing and growth and observation of transformation.
It wasn't so much coming in and fixing problems for people. It was empowering people to use their voice and to change the systems that impact them.
You have people's lives in your hands, and what you say and do every minute of every session counts, and you don't know what people are going to walk away with.
People that should become a social worker are people that can embody really accepting people who they are, where they're at, and their full potential, no matter how different that individual might be from that therapist.
Everyone deserves to be treated with respect and dignity, period. We don't have to always agree, but I think it's important to be open. And I also feel like if you can't be open, you should not work with those individuals.
My advice for future social workers would be to always get that consultation or work with people that you look up to. Don't ever practice in a vacuum. Lean on us because we're here to help you.
It only takes one person to make a huge difference in a community.
You have to be tenacious and committed and dedicated and motivated, even when the clients don't want you to be. You have to be that person. You have to be consistent. You have to obviously be passionate and caring and kind.
I'm a lifelong learner, so I love meeting new people and learning from them and learning how they do things differently or how we do things the same.
I think that if you have a heart for working with people and you believe in protecting somebody's right to just be the human being that they were born to be, you need to be a social worker.